Hello everyone and welcome as we are continuing on the JavaScript tutorials or the JavaScript fundamentals playlist, and in which this video will create the traditional Hello World application or program or script. You can name them any one that you would like, but let's try to keep this one short, simple, and sweet, and we'll actually mark this off of our list of things to do with any programming language. So usually, depending on if it's a Visual Basic, C++, C, Python, Java, you name the language and you better believe there is a Hello World program that needs to be implemented. That's pretty much like sticking your big toe into the water just to test the actual foundation itself. All right, so with that all said, if you notice, I do have Visual Studio Code open, in which I have two files that are actually open. And the first file itself is an index.html, and we also have a script. All right. Now, for me to run the script directly in the terminal itself, in which you can actually do that by, let's see what we got here, by clicking on the actual terminal in New. But what you can do is you are going to need Node to run it in the terminal directly. You can go to nodejs.org and you'll be able to find the the recommended for most users. Download that for your particular system, and you'll be as good as gold there. And what we're going to do here is actually run this. And for the Hello World, all we're going to need to do is type in console.log. And we're going to use that as a string, and we're going to type in Hello World. All right, and then from there, all we're going to need to do is go down to our terminal, and I'm going to type in node, and of course, just making sure you're in the directory that you need to be in, and in which I am in just a small little directory called o2_hello world, which you can see right here. And to run that, I'll just need to type in node and the name of the script, which is script.js. And now you can see the output after hitting enter is Hello World. You don't see the console or the log. That's just what you need to use, and we'll explain that later on in the series. But pretty much you'll need that to log any type of string there. So we have the Hello World. And if you wanted to do another one like console log, your name, so, let's see, full stack, you can type in your name and try that out. And you can hit up or type in the actual node script again, and you have Hello World and full stack. So there we do have the traditional Hello World program or script. And if we go over to the HTML file, we can actually go there as well. Actually, even before that, we can type that same thing, console.log, in the console of the actual application itself. So here I have an HTML file running, and we'll just call this Hello World. Okay, and how is that running? Just so you know, I'm for the index.html file, I do have an extension called Live Server, and when I right click on that, I can hit open with Live Server, and that extension, you can just go here and you'll be able to see the Live Server extension. You can actually do a search for that and install that, and you'll be able to run directly by just right clicking, open with Live Server, and then you'll have this Live Server running for any HTML that you actually type in. Now I did change the actual title. I put Hello World in the title, in which we have it right there. So that's just for the actual title of the tab. Now what we're going to do is right click and just go to inspect and go to console as well, and we can type console log. You can do that pretty much in any browser. Hello World. Okay, we're just trying to check off a lot of boxes for the Hello World application. And if I hit enter, then you see the output. You do not see the output of console.log, but just the Hello World. So there we have Hello World. And if we wanted to actually write it in a script in the actual HTML, we can do that as well. Normally we'd write these in a separate, we can write it there and include it, but let's just put the script in directly. We'll put it right in the body. All right. And what we're going to write there is, let's see, console.log. And what are we doing? Again, this is just for repetition, Hello World. Okay, and now you can see that it is actually, because of the Live Server and the refresh, we see Hello World in the output, and it's a console log, so it's only going to log in the actual console itself. And is there anywhere else that we can actually place this? I guess, you know what, let's just make an alert. You know, we'll put an alert option here, and we'll just put hello world, and I think that's going to wrap the video up right there. So now we have hello world in the console. We have it as an alert right here. We can hit OK. We can refresh, in which that alert will come back. So we have hello world here. We have hello world in the actual application itself, and all within the console log, and actually running in the terminal as well. And that's it for hello world. So mark that off of your actual to-do list, in which, and actually we should make the to-do list. I believe we do in the React series. I'll have to double check. But hello world is accomplished. I believe you knocked out the intro. You have this here. We are redoing a number of videos on this playlist just to keep them current and update any of them that are low quality. But that is it. Subscribe, hit the comments and notifications, comments for any questions that you may have, and that is it. We'll move on to the next thing, which I believe is the data types, possibly, or utilizing some different variables. So we'll talk about that next time. That is it. Stack out. Enjoy.